Welcome to Beyond Words Library, where cosmic whispers ignite your inner spark. This audiobook, Win the Game of Life, guides you through the art of thriving. As its words resonate, you'll discover the key to your boldest dreams lies within. Seize it now and weave your destiny with stardust. Win the Game of Life. Introduction. Picture a lone stargazer standing beneath an endless night sky, her eyes tracing the dance of constellations across the heavens. Each star a silent promise, each flicker a whisper of possibility. This vast expanse is not merely a backdrop to her existence. It is the canvas of her life, and she, its daring artist. So too are you, standing at the threshold of a grand adventure, poised to wield the brush of your consciousness. Win the Game of Life, an audiobook where victory is not a distant prize to be chased, but a sacred art to be lived. A tapestry woven from the threads of your deepest intentions and the infinite rhythms of the universe. What if the boundaries you've long accepted, the walls of doubt, the chains of fear, were nothing more than shadows cast by a mind yet to awaken? In this journey, you'll discover that life is not a battlefield to conquer with force, but a symphony to conduct with awareness. Ancient sages spoke of this truth, their voices echoing through tales of phoenixes rising from ashes and rivers carving paths through stone. Modern seekers of knowledge unveil it anew, peering into the quantum threads that bind thought to reality and the neural pathways that reshape our very being with each belief we choose to hold. This is no ordinary game. It is a cosmic dance, where the rules are written in the vibrations of your soul, the echoes of your actions, and the light of your gratitude. From the wisdom of the East, where stillness reveals the flow of all things, to the laboratories of the West, where science affirms the power of a focused mind, we'll weave a map to guide you. What might unfold if you dared to see every moment as a stroke of genius, every challenge as a note in your melody? The tools have always been yours. Intuition to steer, imagination to create, and a heart bold enough to claim its place among the stars. So take a deep breath, brave one. Let the weight of the ordinary fall away as you step into this odyssey. Through these words, you'll awaken the architect within, master the unseen laws that shape your world, transform the fires of adversity into wings of triumph, and craft a legacy that resonates beyond time. This is your invitation, not to merely play, but to win, with every fiber of your being alight with purpose. The universe awaits your first move. Part 1. Awakening the Inner Architect. Chapter 1. The Canvas of Life. Envision a painter of old, his weathered hands poised before a vast canvas that stretches across a windswept cliff, trembling not with fear, but with the exhilarating weight of infinite possibility. Each stroke he lays down is more than pigment on fabric. It's a heartbeat, a whisper of his soul exhaled into existence, a vibrant thread weaving his essence into the world. One evening, as the sun dips low and spills golden rivers across the restless sea, he paints a breathtaking scene of birds soaring freely against a sky unbound by horizon or limit. To his quiet amazement, the air around him stirs with life, and real wings burst forth from the cliffs below, echoing the vision he dared to dream into being. He realizes then, this canvas is no static surface, but a living mirror shifting and pulsing in harmony with the rhythm of his spirit, a testament to the unseen power he holds. So it is with you, bold voyager, standing before the boundless canvas of your own existence, where every thought becomes a brushstroke and every emotion a hue that colors your reality. The ancients understood this sacred art, their voices preserved in tales of creation, speaking of a universe alive with motion, where every intention sends forth vibrations that ripple across the fabric of time and space. Modern seekers, armed with tools of science, unveil this mystery anew, revealing that the quantum realm dances to the tune of the observer's gaze, bending particles into patterns shaped by the mind's silent song. This is the law of vibration, the first key to winning the game of life, a principle that declares your inner world as a dynamic force, crafting the outer expanse with the palette of your choosing, whether it be shadow or light. Return to the painter's cliffside vigil. When his heart swelled with uncontainable joy, the canvas erupted in vivid splendor, rolling hills stretched endlessly under a dawn that sang of hope, rivers sparkled with promise, and life seemed to leap from every corner. Yet when doubt clouded his spirit, the colors faded, jagged peaks loomed ominously, and storms swallowed the brightness he once knew, teaching him that his craft was not merely in the brush, but in the resonance he nurtured within. Science echoes this revelation with marvel. Your brain, a masterful sculptor, rewires its intricate pathways with every emotion you cradle, etching neural trails that summon the reality you perceive, as if each feeling paints a stroke upon the canvas of your days. What might unfold if you chose to wield this power with intention, crafting a masterpiece of possibility rather than a sketch of limitation? Step closer now to your own creation. Find a quiet refuge where the clamor of the world falls silent and the wind carries only your breath. Close your eyes and let 3 deep inhalations sweep through you like gentle brushstrokes. One for calm, one for clarity, one for courage, painting peace across the vast expanse of your mind. Picture a scene you yearn to live, a triumph that lifts your spirit, a peace that settles your soul, a connection that warms every fiber of your being, its energy rising within you like a tide of light, from heart to hands. Hold this vision close and whisper to yourself, "What vibration do I send forth today?" Let the answer shimmer, a first bold stroke upon the living canvas of your life, the awakening of the artist within, poised to win not by chance, but by the radiant art of being fully alive. Chapter 2, The Mirror of the Mind. A weary traveler, his cloak frayed from countless journeys across rugged lands, steps into a cavern bathed in a shimmering silver glow that dances like liquid starlight on the walls. Before him rises a gallery of mirrors, each pane gleaming with an otherworldly sheen, reflecting not just his form but something far deeper. He peers into the first, expecting to see his tired eyes, yet beholds a vision of himself standing proud, a crown of courage resting upon his brow, radiating strength he scarcely knew he possessed. Startled, he shifts to the next mirror. Now a shadowed figure gazes back, hunched beneath an unseen weight, eyes dulled by fear, wrists bound by chains forged of doubt that clink softly with every breath. With each step along this strange corridor, the mirrors transform, unveiling not his outward shell, but the silent sculptures of his thoughts, the truths he has shaped in the quiet depths of his mind. You too, seeker of life's grand tapestry, stand before the unseen mirrors of your soul, where every reflection reveals the architecture of your inner world. The ancients whispered of this enigma across generations, their parchment tales warning that the mind is both a creator of wonders and a captor of illusions, a realm where reality bends to the beliefs you hold as sacred or shackling. Today, science lifts this curtain with awe, peering into the labyrinth beneath your skull, where billions of neurons weave a living web, rewiring themselves with every conviction you embrace, a process they call neuroplasticity that shapes the very lens through which you view the world. This is no idle marvel. Each thought you nurture, whether of triumph or trepidation, carves pathways that summon the experiences you live, as if your mind is a mirror reflecting back the self you choose to see. The traveler lingers in his glowing cave. When he dwells on the image of fear, the shadows deepen, the chains grow heavier, and the air thickens with a chill that seeps into his bones. Yet, when he turns to the vision of courage, light floods the space. The crown shines brighter, and a warmth rises within him, teaching him that his mind is not a prison to escape, but a forge where he crafts his becoming. So it is with you. Your thoughts are not mere wisps that vanish with the wind, but chisels that etch the contours of your reality, sculpting a life of freedom or confinement with every stroke you allow to linger. Science affirms this power with quiet reverence. A belief held steadfast can reshape your neural landscape, calling forth a world aligned with its reflection, as surely as the sun calls shadows from the earth. Pause now in your own silent gallery. Find a corner where stillness reigns, a haven where the world's noise fades to a distant hum. Close your eyes and breathe deeply 3 times, each breath a step closer to the mirror of your soul, unveiling the figure you've shaped within. What do you see, reflected there? A spirit bound or one unbound? Ask yourself, amidst this stillness, what truth am I forging today? Let the answer rise like a flame, a spark igniting the architect within, ready to win not by struggle, but by the radiant craft of a mind awakened to its own boundless might. Chapter 3. The Echo of the Universe. In a village cradled by ancient hills, where twilight drapes the rooftops in hues of violet and gold, a wandering bard strums his lute beneath a sky alight with fading stars. His fingers weave a melody that floats over the thatched homes, soft at first, a gentle hum blending with the evening breeze. He shifts to a song of courage, a tale of warriors braving boundless seas, their swords flashing under a relentless sun, and the air trembles, villagers pausing mid-step as an unseen force lifts their spirits high. When he turns to a lament of sorrow, the wind grows heavy with a mournful sigh. A hush falls over the crowd, and eyes glisten with unshed tears. The bard marvels at this quiet power. His music does not merely sound, it summons an echo from the world itself. You too, wayfarer on life's winding path, play a tune within the vast orchestra of existence, your every note reverberating through the cosmos. The ancients understood this sacred harmony, their chants rising like incense to the heavens, trusting that each whisper sent forth returns magnified, a law woven into the fabric of all that is. Modern seekers, peering through the lens of quantum fields, unveil this truth with breathtaking clarity. Particles ripple and shift, in response to the observer's intent, as if the universe bends to hear the melody you cast into its depths, a phenomenon that echoes the law of attraction, not a wish cast to the wind, but a vibration that draws forth what resonates with its song. Your thoughts are notes, your emotions chords, each one a call to the infinite. The bard learns this art over time. With a melody of uncontainable joy, the village blooms. Children chase laughter through the streets, flowers unfurl in vibrant defiance of dusk, and a lightness lifts the air like a summer dawn. Yet when he strums discord, shadows lengthen, unease settles like dust over the hearths, and the world mirrors the dissonance he plays. You wield this same power. Science reveals this wonder with a quiet nod. Your mind sends forth subtle waves, electromagnetic whispers that ripple beyond your skull, calling to the unseen forces that shape your days, as surely as a stone sends circles across a still pond. What song do you offer? One of lack that summons scarcity, or one of plenty that beckons abundance? As the bard's lute fades into the velvet night, a realization dawns like a star piercing the dark. You are no solitary minstrel, lost to the whims of fate, but a co-creator whose strings hum with the choices you make. Each vibration, an echo that builds the life you live. Let this settle within you as twilight deepens over your own hills. You are the bard, your life the lute, your melody rising to meet the stars. A truth not to grasp, but to feel, awakening the architect within, to win not by force, but by the timeless resonance of a soul attuned to the universe's song. Chapter 4. The Seed Within. Across a sun-scorched desert, where relentless sands stretch far beyond the reach of dreams and the horizon shimmers with merciless heat, a solitary seed tumbles on a dry wind. It settles into cracked earth, a fragile speck dwarfed by towering dunes that loom like silent sentinels. No rain graces this barren waste. No shade softens the sun's fierce gaze, yet within its tiny shell stirs a quiet, unyielding defiance. Weeks drift by under an unforgiving sky. Then, against all reason, the seed splits. A tender root dares to burrow downward, threading through parched soil in search of life where none should endure. A frail shoot rises, piercing the dust with a stubborn will, reaching for a sky that offers no promise, until it stands as a lone green flame flickering amidst a golden sea. Such is the power within you, steadfast seeker, a spark buried deep beneath the surface of your days, waiting to ignite in the harshest of wastelands. In the east, wise ones spoke of this miracle, a lotus rising pristine through murky waters, a divine ember glowing in every heart, a testament that even in darkness, the seed of greatness lies poised to bloom. Science bows to this marvel with quiet reverence. Beneath your waking thoughts thrives a subconscious realm, a vast and tireless gardener processing millions of signals each fleeting second, cultivating the seeds you plant with every whisper of intent, every unspoken dream. It knows no bounds, only the nourishment you choose to give, a soil of doubt, or one rich with possibility. The desert seed grows into a wonder over time. Its roots stretch wide and deep, drawing water from hidden veins no eye can trace, while its leaves unfurl in bold defiance, casting shade over sands that once sought to swallow it whole. Not a fragile anomaly, but a living proof of what lies within when the will to rise refuses to fade. You carry this same unyielding force, this same spark of eternity. The ancients taught that the universe itself sowed it within you, a gift of potential vast enough to reshape mountains. While modern voices affirm this with awe, your mind holds blueprints etched in neural code ready to flourish when you water them with belief, as surely as rain awakens a dormant field. In the stillness of that arid expanse, the seed offers its lesson. You are not tethered by the dunes of circumstance, nor withered by the drought of fear. Within you lies a garden, wild and boundless, yearning for your tender care to break through the surface. As dusk paints the desert, in hues of amber and shadow falls across that lone defiant plant, a truth takes root like a quiet hymn. You are the seed, the gardener, the bloom, a legacy not of chance, but of an architect, awakening to win by the eternal strength of what you have always held within, a power that needs no storm to prove its might. Chapter 5. The Compass of Intuition. Beneath a storm-tossed sky, where towering waves crash like rolling thunder against a fragile ship lost in the grip of chaos, a lone sailor stands resolute at the helm. Lightning fractures the darkness, illuminating a sea that roars with untamed fury, yet his eyes remain calm, fixed on an unseen horizon beyond the tempest's relentless howl. No map survives this maelstrom. The charts have dissolved in the deluge, the stars shrouded by clouds that swirl like ink across the heavens. Yet deep within his chest, a quiet knowing stirs, a whisper that rises above the wind's scream, nudging him to turn the wheel with a precision he cannot explain. Trusting this inner voice, he steers into the storm's heart. And as the first light of dawn pierces the gloom, the waters still, revealing a shore aglow with the promise of peace. You too, brave navigator, sail the unpredictable currents of your own existence, where logic alone often falters amidst life's sudden squalls. The ancients revered this silent guide, naming it the voice of the soul, a compass forged in the stillness of being, leading seekers through shadowed valleys and over treacherous peaks when all other bearings slipped away. Science lifts this ancient veil with a gentle hand, revealing a deeper wisdom woven into your very form. Beyond the chatter of your conscious mind hums a network of instincts, a tapestry of insights refined across eons, whispering truths that reason might dismiss in its haste. This intuition, a subtle lantern, glows brightest when doubt's storms obscure your path, offering a clarity that no chart can rival. The sailor, battered by salt and spray, learns to lean into this call. When panic urges him to flee blindly into the gale, that whisper holds him steady with a strength he cannot name. When despair tempts him to let the waves claim all, it points to a faint shimmer of hope beyond the next crest. He sees then that his truest guide lies not in the heavens above, but in the quiet pulse beating within his own ribcage. So it is with you. Your intuition is no mere whim, but a compass as timeless as the cosmos itself, as precise as the instincts that guide flocks of birds across unseen oceans to lands they've never known. Modern studies nod to this wonder. Your gut and heart, entwined with your brain in a silent symphony, signal truths through subtle cues, steering you toward paths your waking mind might hesitate to trust. Amid your own tempests, find a moment where the world hushes its roar. Breathe deeply, once to ground yourself in the now, twice to hear the silence beneath the storm, thrice to trust the light that rises within, and let your inner compass surface, a gentle nudge that knows the way when all else crumbles. The shore awaits, not as a gift of chance, but as a testament to the navigator within, an awakening to win, not through force, but through the timeless art of listening to the quiet voice that has guided you all along, unwavering even in the wildest seas. Chapter 6. Awakening the Architect. Beyond the rim of a quiet valley, where dawn spills molten gold across fields of untamed stone, a solitary builder stands with empty hands, his gaze sweeping the horizon. No scrolls of plans rustle in the breeze, no tools gleam at his side. Yet in his mind's eye, he sees spires piercing the clouds, arches curving like the bones of the earth, where others see only rubble and dust. He begins his work, lifting each stone with a reverence that belies its weight, placing it not by rigid blueprint, but by a knowing that flows from his core, as if the structure itself murmurs its form to him in a language older than words. Over days that stretch into moons, a tower rises against the sky, not a product of toil, but a living testament to a vision born within, a creation that seems to have always waited in the silence of the stones. You stand at your own dawn, seeker of life's grand design, with the same power stirring beneath your surface, a force that needs no map to guide its hands. The ancients sang of this in their fireside tales, a creator's spark within every soul, a divine architect shaping worlds from the chaos of the void, their voices rising like smoke to the stars they revered. Science joins this chorus with its own quiet hymn, unveiling the marvel of your mind. A vast network of neurons hums beneath your thoughts, a living blueprint that shifts and grows with every dream you dare to hold, every intention you breathe into being, a process that weaves your reality as surely as the builder's hands weave stone into form. This is your birthright, not a gift bestowed, but a truth awakened. The builder in the valley labors on. When others scoff at his vision, seeing only a fool amidst rocks, he presses forward, guided by an unshakable certainty that what he sees within can rise without. When storms threaten to topple his work, he adjusts, trusting the whisper that knows the shape of what must be. His tower stands, not as a monument to effort, but as proof of the architect within, crafting beauty from the raw material of existence. So it is with you. Your mind is no passive witness, but a forge where the raw ore of thought becomes the steel of reality, a truth science affirms with awe. Each choice you make, each belief you nurture, sends signals that reshape your neural landscape, building the world you inhabit, as surely as dawn builds light from shadow. What do you choose to construct? A tower of limits, or one that touches the infinite? As the valley glows with morning's embrace, the builder steps back, his creation complete. You too stand at this threshold, the stones of your life arrayed before you, waiting for your hands to lift them high. Chapter 7. The Dance of Attraction. Beneath a canopy of stars in a forgotten plaza, a dancer sways to the rhythm of a distant drum, her steps tracing patterns in the dust. Her movements begin as a whisper, tentative, barely stirring the night, yet the air shifts and a crowd gathers, drawn by an invisible thread. She twirls with a radiant joy, her arms outstretched as if to embrace the heavens, and the onlookers sway with her, their faces alight with a warmth they cannot name. When her dance slows to a mournful grace, a hush falls, eyes glisten, and the night itself seems to lean closer. The dancer senses this pull. Her steps do not merely move, they summon, calling forth a response from all who witness. You too, seeker of life's grand stage, step into this cosmic dance where every gesture reverberates beyond your sight. The ancients spun tales of this magic, a law of the universe that binds like to like, drawing bounty to those who dare to radiate it, a thread of attraction woven through their songs and stars. Science unveils this enchantment with precision. Experiments whisper of intent, bending reality, where focused thoughts send ripples through quantum fields, pulling forth outcomes that mirror the energy you cast. A principle named the law of attraction, alive in the rhythm of your being. Your joy summons joy. Your fear echoes fear. A dance where you lead, and the universe follows. The dancer learns this secret beneath the starlight. With each spin of delight, laughter rises from the crowd, coins clink into her basket, and the plaza blooms with life. Yet, when her steps falter in sorrow, the coins vanish, and silence reigns. She sees then that her dance is a magnet, drawing what she offers into the circle of her world. So it is with you. Your thoughts are not idle. They are steps in a cosmic waltz, each one a signal that science tracks through subtle waves, electromagnetic pulses that ripple outward, calling to the forces that shape your days, as surely as the moon calls the tides. What do you beckon with your dance? In the quiet of that plaza, as the stars burn bright, the dancer steps anew. You too can choose your rhythm, a dance of abundance that draws plenty, or one of lack that repels it. A choice as old as the cosmos, as new as this breath. The crowd disperses, but her lesson lingers like stardust on the wind. You are the dancer, your life the plaza, your steps the call. Master this law and watch the universe sway with you, a victory won not by force, but by the magnetic art of what you choose to radiate. Chapter 8. The Rhythm of Vibration. In a forest, kissed by dawn, where sunlight filters through leaves in a golden haze, a musician kneels beside a brook, his fingers brushing the strings of a weathered harp. The first notes tremble, soft as the water's murmur, blending with the rustle of branches overhead. He plays a tune of serenity, slow and deep, and the forest responds. Birds trill in harmony. The breeze dances lighter, a stillness wraps the glade in peace. When he shifts to a frantic chord, the air tightens, leaves shiver, and a restless chatter rises from the trees. The musician pauses, struck by this. His harp does not merely sing. It tunes the world around him. You too, wanderer of life's vast symphony, strum a rhythm that echoes beyond your hearing, a resonance that shapes the notes of your days. The ancients felt this pulse in their bones, their chants rising to align with the heartbeat of the earth, trusting that all things vibrate from stone to star, in a cosmic cadence they called sacred. Science hums this tune with marvel. Every atom, every thought, every breath you take oscillates at a frequency, a vibration that ripples through the fabric of existence, proven by waves that shift in laboratories. Aligning with the law of vibration, that declares your energy as a key to the universe's song. Your calm calls calm. Your chaos summons storm. A rhythm you set. The musician learns this craft by the brookside. With a melody of joy, the glade glows, sunlight brightens, the stream sparkles, creatures gather in quiet awe. Yet when discord strikes his strings, shadows deepen, and the peace fractures. He knows then that his music is a wand, tuning the forest to the vibration he chooses to play. So it is with you. Your mind is a harp, science reveals, its strings plucked by emotions that send waves through your brain and beyond, frequencies that resonate with the world, as studies of brain waves, alpha, theta, show how peace shifts your state, drawing harmony to your door. What rhythm do you strike? As dawn climbs higher, the musician plays on. You too hold this power, a vibration of love that lifts, or one of fear that weighs, a choice as ancient as the forest, as fresh as this moment's breath. The brook flows, carrying his notes into the morning light. You are the musician, your life the glade, your rhythm the key. Master this law, and feel the universe hum with you. A triumph not forced, but woven from the resonant art of what you choose to sound. Chapter 9. The Chain of Cause. Beneath a sky heavy with harvest gold, a farmer kneels in his field, his hands pressing seeds into rich, dark earth. Each grain he sows is small, unremarkable, yet he tends them with care, a quiet act beneath the sun's steady gaze. Weeks later, shoots rise, green and bold. His labor ripples outward, the crop feeds his kin, surplus spills to the village, and a stranger's hunger fades under a shared loaf. When he neglects a patch, weeds choke the stalks, the yield shrinks, and a shadow of want creeps into his home. The farmer sees this truth. His hands plant not just seeds, but chains that stretch beyond the field. You too, tiller of life's soil, sow seeds in every moment, each one a link in a chain that shapes your world. The ancients trace this law in their sutras, a cycle of cause and effect, karma's wheel turning with every deed, a truth that binds the smallest act to the vastness of what follows. Science nods to this with quiet precision. A single choice sends waves through systems unseen, an effect like a butterfly's wings stirring storms across oceans, a principle woven into chaos theory that echoes the law of cause and effect, where your actions ripple outward, returning in forms you may not foresee. Your kindness begets kindness. Your neglect summons loss, a chain you forge. The farmer learns this rhythm through seasons. When he waters with diligence, the harvest swells, the village thrives, and laughter rings through the market. Yet, when haste skips a row, the yield falters, and silence lingers where abundance once reigned. He understands then that his field is a mirror, reflecting the care he sows into its soil. So it is with you. Your life is a field, science affirms, where every thought and deed plants a seed, triggering cascades tracked by neural pathways and social webs, as studies show how one act of good sparks another, rippling far beyond your sight. What do you scatter, seeds of light or thorns of shadow? As dusk paints the horizon, the farmer rests, his hands stained with earth. You too can choose your sowing, a chain of love that binds, or one of discord that frays, a law as old as the seasons, as new as this breath. The field stands quiet, its bounty a testament to his touch. You are the farmer, your days the soil, your actions the seeds. Master this law, and watch the harvest rise, a victory not seized, but grown from the timeless chain of what you choose to plant. Chapter 10. The Power of Positivity. In a shadowed gorge where cliffs tower like silent judges, a warrior stands amidst the wreckage of a fallen foe, his armor dented, his breath ragged. Defeat looms heavy, yet he lifts his head and smiles, a spark that defies the gloom around him. He turns from the ruin, his grin a quiet rebellion against despair, and strides forward. The weight of battle lifts, his steps grow light, and a path opens through the stone where none seemed before. When doubt gnaws, he laughs it away, and strength surges anew. The warrior feels this shift. His smile does not merely lighten, it carves a way through the dark. You too, champion of life's wild arena, wield this radiant blade, a force that cuts through shadow with every gleam. The ancients praised this alchemy. A heart turned to joy could shift fates, their proverbs singing of laughter as a shield against the storms of the soul. Science unveils this power with clarity. Positivity reshapes your mind, broadening perception as studies reveal. A spark that floods your brain with dopamine and serotonin, lifting veils of fear to reveal possibilities unseen. A truth championed by seekers like Barbara Fredrickson, who map how joy expands the battlefield of your days. Your light summons light, your gloom breeds dusk, a power you hold. The warrior learns this craft amid the gorge. With each smile, his vision clears, allies rally, and the air hums with hope. Yet, when he scowls, foes multiply, and the path narrows. He knows then that his spirit is a torch, illuminating what he chooses to see amidst the fray. So it is with you. Your positivity is no fleeting glow, but a flame science tracks through neural shifts, widening your lens to spot chances where despair sees only walls, as experiments show how a lifted mood rewires thought, calling forth a world aligned with its shine. What do you kindle, a spark or a shroud? As the gorge fades into twilight, the warrior presses on. You too can wield this fire. A positivity that opens or a gloom that closes, a choice as ancient as the cliffs, as fresh as this heartbeat. Victory crowns his brow, not by sword, but by the light he chose to bear. You are the warrior, your life the gorge, your spirit the flame. Master this power, and watch the shadows part, a triumph not fought, but won by the radiant art of what you choose to shine. Chapter 11. The Art of Visualization. Atop a windswept hill, where grasses bow to the breeze, an inventor sits with eyes closed, his hands tracing shapes in the air. No workshop surrounds him, no gears turn, yet in his mind, a machine whirs to life, its wheels spinning, steam rising, a marvel born of thought alone. He sees it clear as day. Cogs interlocking with precision, pistons humming in rhythm, a creation that lifts burdens from weary shoulders. And when he opens his eyes, the vision lingers, guiding his hands to craft what he first built within. The inventor knows this truth. His sight does not merely dream. It shapes what will be. You too, dreamer, of life's boundless forge, hold this sacred art, a tool to mold the unseen into being. The ancients honed this craft, Shamans gazing into fires saw hunts victorious, their minds painting triumphs that soon walked the earth, a practice rooted in the belief that what you see within calls the world to match it. Science lights this path with wonder. Your brain, a master weaver, blurs the line between vision and reality, firing neurons in patterns that mirror the act itself. A truth unveiled by studies where imagining a skill strengthens its roots as surely as practice does. This is visualization, not a wish, but a blueprint, drawing forth what you dare to see. The inventor learns this power on his hill. With each vivid scene, the machine lifting, the crowd cheering, his resolve hardens, resources appear, and the impossible bends. Yet, when his mind drifts to failure, obstacles rise. He grasps then that his vision is a chisel, carving the future from the stone of now. So it is with you. Your imagination is no idle fancy, but a forge science tracks through neural fire, lighting pathways that summon what you hold in focus. As experiments affirm how picturing success primes your mind to seize it, a craft as potent as the wind that shapes the hill. What do you sculpt? Triumph or ruin? As dusk settles over the grasses, the inventor sketches his dream. You too can wield this art. A vision of joy that builds, or one of lack that crumbles, a power as old as the shamans, as new as this breath. The hill stands silent, his machine a shadow of what will rise. You are the inventor, your life the hill, your vision the spark. Master this art, and watch your dreams take form, a victory not grasped, but shaped by the radiant craft of what you choose to see. Chapter 12. The Science of Belief. Within a dimly lit chamber, where candlelight flickers against stone walls, a scholar bends over a table strewn with scrolls, his quill tracing truths unseen. No magic stirs here, yet he writes of a world where mountains bow, seas part, a reality reshaped by the conviction in his ink. He believes in abundance, and the chamber warms with possibility. Ideas flow, allies knock, resources pile. When he doubts, the light dims. The quill falters, and a scarcity creeps in. The scholar sees this shift. His belief does not merely ponder. It builds the world he inhabits. You too, seeker of life's deep well, hold this potent quill, a force that scripts the chapters of your days. The ancients revered this power. Their temples rose on faith, their healers mended with trust, a belief that what they held true summoned the unseen to kneel before it. Science unveils this alchemy with awe. Your mind, a living crucible, forges reality from belief, rewiring neural webs with every conviction you cradle. A process tracked by studies where faith in healing speeds recovery, a truth echoing the law of attraction's call that what you trust shapes what you reap. Your belief is a seed, your reality its bloom. The scholar learns this craft amid his scrolls. With faith in his vision, doors open, parchment fills with brilliance, the chamber hums with life. Yet, when skepticism grips him, the ink dries and silence reigns. He knows then that his mind is a loom, weaving the fabric of his fate with threads of trust. So it is with you. Your belief is no passive guest, but a builder. Science maps through neural fire, etching pathways that summon what you hold as real, as experiments reveal how a steadfast thought shifts your brain, calling forth a world aligned with its echo, as surely as dawn calls light from night. What do you weave? abundance, or absence. As candles burn low, the scholar's quill dances on. You too can wield this science, a belief in plenty that constructs, or one in lack that confines, a law as ancient as the temples, as fresh as this flicker. The chamber glows with his written world, a testament to what he trusts. You are the scholar, your life the scroll, your belief the ink. Master this science and watch your reality rise. A victory not won by chance, but crafted by the radiant power of what you choose to hold true. Chapter 13. The Practice of Gratitude. Amid a twilight wood where shadows weave through gnarled trees, a weary wanderer rests against a mossy stone, his eyes tracing the fading light. No coin fills his pouch, no roof shields his head, yet he lifts his gaze and whispers, "Thanks for the cool breeze, the rustle of leaves, the breath in his lungs." He speaks of gratitude for the stars peeking through branches, and a warmth rises within him, softening the ache of his long road. The wood seems to glow, a bird's song lifts the dusk, and a stranger approaches with bread to share. When he forgets to give thanks, the chill deepens and solitude presses harder. The wanderer feels this shift. His gratitude does not merely comfort, it transforms the night around him. You too, pilgrim of life's winding trails, carry this gentle flame, a practice that turns dusk to dawn with every quiet word. The ancients wove this into their rites, offerings to the earth, songs to the sky, trusting that a heart turned to thanks could summon abundance from the thinnest air, a wisdom etched in their stones and stars. Science sings this hymn with marvel. Gratitude floods your mind with light, sparking dopamine and serotonin, as studies by seekers like Robert Emmons reveal, a cascade that rewires your neural paths, lifting your gaze to see gifts where once you saw lack, a practice that aligns your vibration with the universe's flow. Your thanks begets bounty, your silence breeds want, a flame you tend. The wanderer learns this art beneath the trees. With each murmured thanks for the stone's rest, the stranger's bread, his spirit lifts, the wood softens, and a path emerges. Yet, when he grumbles, the shadows thicken and the way dims. He knows then that his gratitude is a lantern, illuminating what he chooses to honor in the dark. So it is with you. Your thanks is no small gesture, but a force science tracks through brain and breath, shifting your lens to draw forth more to cherish, as experiments show how a grateful heart opens doors unseen, a craft as potent as the stars that guide the night. What do you light, grace or gloom? As twilight deepens, the wanderer rises, his step lighter. You too can wield this practice, a gratitude that warms or a silence that cools, a choice as ancient as the woods, as new as this heartbeat. The stars burn brighter, his thanks a thread in their glow. You are the wanderer, your life the wood, your gratitude the flame. Master this practice and watch the dusk bloom, a victory not sought, but kindled by the radiant art of what you choose to cherish. Chapter 14. The Flow of Action. In a forge, aglow with embered light, where sparks leap from molten steel, a blacksmith hammers at his anvil, his strikes ringing through the smoky air. Each blow falls not in haste, but in rhythm, a dance of muscle and will, guided by the metal's hum beneath his hands. He shapes a blade, pausing to feel its balance, adjusting with care as the steel bends to his intent, and it emerges sharp, strong, a tool born of focus. When he rushes, the edge dulls, cracks form, and the work falters. The blacksmith senses this truth. His actions do not merely craft, they flow, a current that carves the outcome from the raw. You too, shaper of life's iron, wield this steady stream, a force that turns intent into form with every step you take. The ancients honored this craft, warriors moved with the wind, builders aligned with the tides, trusting that action in harmony with the moment could shift mountains, a wisdom carved into their spears and stones. Science unveils this flow with quiet awe. Your brain, when aligned with purpose, enters a state of grace, a rhythm tracked by studies where focus silences doubt, flooding your mind with clarity as neurons fire in unison, a dance of action that summons results as surely as the hammer summons steel. Your flow begets triumph. Your haste breeds fracture. A current you guide. The blacksmith masters this by the forge's glow. With each measured strike, feeling the steel, trusting the rhythm, the blade sings, his work thrives, and the forge hums with life. Yet, when he forces the pace, the metal resists and chaos reigns. He grasps, then, that his hammer is a river, shaping what he channels with care. So it is with you. Your actions are no blind thrusts, but a stream science maps through neural grace, a flow that carves your path when you move with intent, as experiments reveal how deliberate steps spark synchronicity, drawing forth a world aligned with your rhythm. What do you forge, purpose or rush? As embers fade, the blacksmith lifts his blade. You too can wield this flow, an action that shapes or one that shatters, a law as ancient as the forge, as fresh as this strike. The steel cools, its edge a testament to his dance. You are the blacksmith, your life the anvil, your actions the flow. Master this rhythm and watch your world take form. A victory not forced, but forged by the radiant craft of what you choose to shape. Chapter 15, Mastering the Playbook. Atop a windswept ridge where the earth meets the sky in a line of endless blue, a strategist surveys a valley below, her eyes tracing paths through the wild. No army waits her command, no battle looms, yet she sees moves unfold, a game of life played on the vast board of her days. She recalls the dancer's sway, the musician's tune, the farmer's seeds, the warrior's light, the inventor's vision, the scholar's ink, each a rule she's learned, a thread she weaves into her play. With these, she steps forward and the valley shifts. Opportunities bloom, obstacles part. A harmony rises from her choices. The strategist knows this now. She does not merely play, she masters the rules that shape her world. You too, player of life's grand chessboard, hold this playbook, a guide to win. Not by chance, but by craft. The ancients wrote this in their stars, a cosmos governed by laws of attraction, vibration, cause, trusting that those who align with its rhythm could bend fate to their will. A wisdom sung in their fires and fields. Science binds these threads with marvel. Your mind, a master player, wields intent through quantum ripples, tunes vibration through neural waves, reaps effects from every seed you sow. A truth woven through studies where focus, feeling, and faith summon realities once thought impossible. This is your power, a playbook of laws, a game you command. The strategist learns this atop her ridge. With attraction, she draws allies. With vibration, she lifts her spirit. With cause, she plants purpose. Each move deliberate, each rule a tool, and the valley bends to her dance, a tapestry woven from the wisdom she's claimed. When she forgets, chaos stirs, but mastery calls her back. So it is with you. Your life is no random role, but a board science illuminates through brain and cosmos, where every law you wield, from gratitude's glow to action's flow, shifts the pieces as experiments affirm how aligned intent crafts synchronicity, a victory shaped by the rules you play. What game do you choose, mastery or drift? As the wind sweeps the ridge, the strategist smiles, her valley alive with possibility. You too can wield this mastery, a playbook of light that builds, or one of shadow that fades, a craft as ancient as the stars, as new as this breath. The horizon glows, her moves a testament to her art. You are the strategist, your life the ridge, your rules the play. Master this book and watch the game turn, a triumph not seized, but won by the radiant craft of what you choose to wield, a victory as vast as the sky before you. Part 3. Transforming the Battlefield. Chapter 16. The Phoenix Rises. High atop a craggy peak, where storm clouds clash and winds howl like mourners, a phoenix perches on a nest of fragrant spice, its feathers aflame with hues of crimson and gold. The cycle of its days nears an end, yet it does not flinch as the fire rises, consuming its form in a blaze that lights the sky. Flames roar, reducing its brilliance to ash, a grey heap scattered by the gale, and to the untrained eye, this is destruction's triumph. But from that dust, a spark ignites, a new phoenix emerges, wings unfurling with a radiance that outshines its former self. A rebirth forged in the crucible of its own end. The bird soars, its cry a hymn of renewal, proof that what falls can rise again, stronger, bolder, alive with fresh fire. You too, warrior of life's fierce heights, bear this phoenix within, a spirit that thrives through the ashes of trial. The ancients sang of this in their myths, a bird of the east reborn through flame, a symbol of the soul's unyielding dance with destruction and dawn, a tale whispered across deserts and seas. Science bows to this wonder with quiet reverence. Your mind, when faced with ruin, holds a resilience tracked by seekers of the human spirit, a capacity to rewire through trauma's fire. As studies unveil how adversity sparks growth, birthing strength from the embers of what once was, a truth as potent as the phoenix's flight. Your fall begets your rise, your ashes your wings, a cycle you embody. The phoenix learns this atop its pyre. When the flames consume, it surrenders, trusting the spark within. When the wind scatters its dust, it waits, knowing renewal stirs beneath. And so it rises, not diminished, but magnified, a testament to the power of rebirth over ruin. So it is with you. Your trials are no final blow, but a forge science maps through neural rebirth, where each scar becomes a seed, as experiments reveal how resilience turns pain to purpose, lifting you higher than before, a craft as ancient as the myths, as new as this breath. What do you birth? Surrender or soaring? As the storm clears, the phoenix takes wing, its light piercing the clouds. You too can rise through this fire, a phoenix within that transforms, a law as old as the peaks, as fresh as this dawn. The sky blazes with its flight, a promise etched in flame. You are the phoenix, your life the pyre, your spirit the spark. Master this rebirth, and watch your wings unfold, a victory not escaped, but won by the radiant art of rising from what seeks to burn you down. Chapter 17. The Forge of Adversity. Within a cavern, lit by molten glow, where shadows flicker across jagged walls, a smith stands before a roaring furnace, his hands steady as he thrusts raw iron into the flame. The heat bites, the metal glows red, yet he does not flinch. He knows this fire is no foe, but a partner in his craft. He hammers the softened ore, each strike a thunderclap that echoes through the stone, bending its flaws into strength, smoothing its edges into grace. When the flame falters, the iron resists, and the work weakens. The smith feels this truth. Adversity does not merely test, it forges, shaping what endures from what breaks. You too, toiler of life's rugged depths, stand within this forge, where trials temper the raw iron of your soul. The ancients carved this wisdom into their law. Swords honed by fire, spirits sharpened by struggle, trusting that the hottest flames birth the mightiest blades, a lesson sung in their anvils and wars. Science unveils this craft with quiet marvel. Your brain, thrust into challenge, sparks a forge of its own, a resilience tracked by studies where stress, wielded well, rewires neural paths, turning weakness to power. As seekers note how adversity's heat births post-traumatic growth, a strength as real as steel. Your trials temper, your struggles shape, a forge you wield. The smith masters this by the furnace's roar. With each blow, he trusts the flame, bending the iron's flaws into a blade that cuts stone. When he shies from the heat, the metal dulls and the edge fails. He sees then that his craft is a dance with fire, forging triumph from the raw ore of hardship. So it is with you. Your adversity is no curse, but a crucible science maps through neural fire, where each trial hammers your spirit, as experiments affirm how facing the flame builds a resilience that lifts you beyond the break, a craft as potent as the smith's hammer. What do you forge? Brittleness or blade? As the cavern hums, the smith lifts his work, its edge aglow. You too can wield this forge, an adversity that strengthens or one that shatters, a law as old as the caves, as new as this strike. The blade gleams, its strength a testament to the flame. You are the smith, your life the forge, your trials the heat. Master this craft, and watch your spirit sharpen. A victory not fled, but won by the radiant art of what you choose to temper. Chapter 18. The River of Release. Along a valley carved by time, where cliffs rise like sentinels of stone, a river flows swift and clear, its waters threading through the wild. Boulders block its path, trees fall across its course, yet it does not fight. It bends, slips around, carves beneath, a dance of grace amid the unyielding. It meets a narrow gorge, its current squeezed tight, but it yields, reshaping itself to the stone's embrace, emerging stronger on the other side. When it clings to a fallen branch, it slows, muddies, and stumbles. The river knows this secret. Release does not weaken, it frees, guiding its flow through what stands firm. You too, voyager of life's swift currents, wield this fluid art, a power that turns resistance to renewal with every bend. The ancients revered this wisdom. Rivers sang in their hymns, a symbol of yielding that conquers, a truth, Heraclitus, echoed in the West. All flows, and to fight the stream is to drown in it. Science unveils this grace with quiet wonder. Your mind, when it releases, quiets the amygdala's roar, a shift tracked by studies where letting go softens fear, floods your brain with calm, and opens paths unseen, a resilience that flows through struggle as surely as water through stone. Your release begets freedom. Your grip breeds strain, a current you steer. The river learns this along its winding way. When it lets the boulder stand, it carves a new course. Clear and swift, when it clings, it stalls, and silt clouds its shine. It grasps then that its strength lies not in force, but in the art of flowing free, a dance with what cannot be moved. So it is with you. Your letting go is no surrender, but a flow science maps through neural peace, where each release washes away the weight, as experiments affirm how detachment lifts your spirit, guiding you past life's stones with a grace that endures. What do you hold, burden or buoyancy? As the valley widens, the river runs smooth, its path unbroken. You too can wield this release, a flow that frees, or a grip that binds, a law as old as the rivers, as new as this ripple. The waters gleam, their dance a testament to yielding. You are the river, your life the valley, your release the current. Master this art, and watch your path unfold. A victory not forced, but won by the radiant grace of what you choose to let flow. Chapter 19. The Light of Gratitude. Beneath a canopy of storm-darkened clouds, where rain lashes a windswept plain, a blind weaver sits at her loom, her fingers tracing threads she cannot see. No light graces her eyes, no color paints her world. Yet she pauses, her lips curving into a smile, as she whispers, "Thanks for the rain's rhythm, the wool's warmth, the breath that fills her chest." She speaks gratitude for the patter on her roof, and a quiet joy rises within her, easing the weight of her shadowed days. The storm seems to soften. A bird's call pierces the gale, and a neighbor knocks with a gift of bread. When she forgets to give thanks, the chill bites deeper, and loneliness presses close. The weaver senses this shift. Her gratitude does not merely soothe, it lights the dark around her. You too, seeker of life's veiled paths, carry this radiant thread, a gift that turns shadow to shimmer with every whispered word. The ancients wove this into their chants, offerings to the dawn, blessings for the dusk, trusting that a heart turned to do thanks could summon grace from the bleakest void, a truth sung in their hearths and hills. Science unveils this glow with wonder. Gratitude sparks a cascade in your mind, flooding it with dopamine and serotonin, as studies by seekers like Robert Emmons affirm, a light that rewires your neural web, lifting your gaze to find treasure where despair once reigned, a practice that aligns your spirit with the universe's pulse. Your thanks kindles warmth, your silence dims it, a thread you spin. The weaver learns this craft amid the storm. With each word of thanks for the loom's creak, the bread's scent, her heart lifts, the rain gentles, and a path clear. Yet when she grumbles, the dark thickens and hope fades. She knows then that her gratitude is a beacon, piercing what she cannot see with what she chooses to cherish. So it is with you. Your thanks is no frail whisper, but a flame science tracks through neural grace, illuminating gifts unseen, as experiments reveal how a grateful mind shifts your world, drawing forth more to hold dear, a craft as potent as the rain that feeds the plain. What do you weave, light or shadow? As the storm ebbs, the weaver's fingers dance anew. You too can wield this light, a gratitude that shines, or a silence that cloaks, a lore as old as the chance, as new as this breath. The clouds part, her thanks aglow in the dusk. You are the weaver, your life the loom, your gratitude the thread. Master this light and watch your dark bloom, a victory not grasped, but won by the radiant art of what you choose to bless. Chapter 20. The Alchemy of Transformation. In a shadowed hollow, where mist coils around ancient oaks, an alchemist labors over a crucible, his hands steady as he pours lead into the fire's embrace. No gold glints here, yet he stirs with intent, whispering of change, trusting the flame to transmute the dull into the divine. The lead melts, its form yielding to the heat, and through the haze, a shimmer rises, not mere metal, but gold, born of his unwavering faith in the process, a marvel that gleams brighter than the dawn beyond the trees. When he doubts, the crucible cools, and the lead remains lead. The alchemist sees this truth. His craft does not merely alter, it transforms, a dance of will and wonder within the fire's grasp. You too, seeker of life's deep hollows, hold this alchemical art, a power to turn the base metal of struggle into the gold of growth. The ancients spun this tale, lead to gold, pain to wisdom, a secret carved in their cauldrons and scrolls, trusting that within every trial lies the seed of something greater, a wisdom whispered through their fires and stars. Science echoes this with quiet awe. Your mind, a crucible of its own, transforms through challenge, a process tracked by studies where adversity, met with intent, rewires neural paths, turning scars into strength, a truth seekers call neuroplasticity that affirms your power to transmute what breaks into what builds, as surely as fire reshapes ore. Your struggle begets gold, your resistance rust, an alchemy you wield. The alchemist learns this amid the mist. With each stir of faith, trusting the flame, seeing the gold, the lead shifts, the crucible glows, and transformation reigns. Yet, when fear grips him, the fire fades, and the metal dulls. He grasps then that his art is a forge of belief, transmuting what he holds possible into what rises from the ash. So it is with you. Your trials are no dead weight, but a crucible science maps through neural fire, where each hardship, faced with purpose, becomes a catalyst, as experiments reveal how intent turns pain to power, lifting you beyond the break, a craft as potent as the oaks that stand through storms. What do you transmute, lead or light? As the mist thins, the alchemist lifts his gold, its shine piercing the gloom. You too can wield this alchemy, a transformation that elevates or a doubt that sinks, a law as old as the hollows, as new as this spark. The forest hums, his gold a testament to his faith. You are the alchemist, your life the crucible, your will the flame. Master this art, and watch your base rise, a victory not forced, but won by the radiant craft of what you choose to transform. Chapter 21, Winning Through Flow. Along a windswept shore, where waves kiss the sand in ceaseless rhythm, a fisherman casts his net into the tide, his hands moving with the sea's pulse. No storm rages here, yet he does not force the cast, but waits, feeling the water's breath, letting it guide his throw. The net sails true, sinking into the swell, and fish fill its weave, a bounty born of his dance with the tide. When he fights the current, the net tangles, and the catch slips away. The fisherman feels this harmony. His victory does not come from struggle, it flows, a rhythm aligned with the sea's own song. You too, navigator of life's wild waves, wield this fluid grace, a power to win by moving with the tide of existence. The ancients revered this flow. Taoists spoke of water's way, yielding yet unconquerable, a truth etched in their rivers and skies that what bends endures, what resists breaks. Science unveils this dance with quiet marvel. Your mind, when it flows, enters a state of unity, a rhythm tracked by studies where focus and surrender spark a neural symphony, flooding your being with clarity and calm, a flow state that aligns your actions with the universe's pulse as surely as the tide aligns with the moon. Your flow begets ease, your force breeds strain, a tide you ride. The fisherman masters this by the shore's edge, with each cast in rhythm, feeling the wave, trusting the tide, his net sings, the sea yields, and abundance flows. Yet when he pulls against it, the waters resist, and emptiness reigns. He knows then that his craft is a current, winning through harmony with what moves beyond him. So it is with you. Your life is no battle to force, but a sea science maps through neural grace, where each action, timed with intent, becomes a wave, as experiments affirm how flow turns effort to art, guiding you past obstacles with a strength that needs no fight. What do you ride? The tide or the tempest? As dusk gilds the shore, the fisherman hauls his catch, his hands steady. You too can wield this flow, a rhythm that lifts or a fight that sinks, a law as old as the waves, as new as this cast. The sea whispers, his bounty a testament to his dance. You are the fisherman, your life the tide, your flow the net. Master this grace and watch your victory rise, a triumph not seized, but won by the radiant art of moving with the endless song of all that is. Chapter 22, The Star Map of Purpose. Across a velvet night, where constellations blaze above a windswept dune, an astronomer kneels with parchment and quill, her eyes tracing the heaven's vast script. No crown seeks her brow, no glory drives her hand. Yet she charts the stars, mapping paths for sailors lost beneath the same sky. She marks Orion's belt, a guide through storms, and Cassiopeia's arc, a beacon for the weary. Her lines weave a tapestry of meaning, not for her own gain, but for those who'll sail long after her dust has settled. The astronomer feels this calling. Her map does not merely chart, it lights a way beyond her time. You too, seeker of life's celestial sea, hold this starry compass, a purpose that turns fleeting days into eternal echoes. The ancients carved this in their skies. A life aligned with meaning outlasts stone, a truth Stoics in the West and sages in the East sang, trusting that purpose binds your thread to the cosmos weave. Science unveils this with quiet reverence. Your mind, when tethered to meaning, glows with resilience, a truth tracked by seekers like Viktor Frankl, whose studies affirm that purpose floods your being with strength, lifting you above despair to touch something vaster, a star map that guides your soul through the dark. Your meaning begets eternity. Your drift fades, a compass you draw. The astronomer learns this beneath the dunes. With each star she names, for the lost, for the seeking, her spirit soars, her work endures, and the night hums with intent. Yet, when she labors for self alone, the quill falters and the map dims. She knows then that her craft is a gift, charting purpose for all who follow. So it is with you. Your purpose is no small spark, but a light science maps through neural grace, where meaning weaves your days into a legacy, as experiments reveal how a life of intent outshines the void, a craft as potent as the stars that burn through eons. What do you chart? A path or a shadow? As dawn nears, the astronomer rolls her map, its lines aglow. You too can wield this purpose, a map that leads or a drift that fades, a law as old as the heavens, as new as this breath. The stars hold her purpose a thread in their shine. You are the astronomer, your life the dune, your meaning the map. Master this craft, and watch your light endure, a victory not claimed, but won by the radiant art of what you choose to guide. Chapter 23. The Legacy of Light. In a valley cradled by dawn's embrace, where mist curls around ancient roots, a sower scatters seeds across a barren slope, her hands steady with quiet intent. No harvest will fill her own basket, yet she plants, trusting the earth to cradle her gift for generations unseen. Years pass and saplings rise, their branches weaving a forest where once only dust reigned, birds nest, streams flow, a village thrives beneath the shade she sowed, long after her steps have faded from the soil. The sower knows this truth. Her seeds do not merely grow, they light a legacy that outlasts her days. You too, tender of life's wild earth, carry this sowing art, a power to turn fleeting acts into enduring glow. The ancients lived this in their fields. Stoics built virtue for the polis, Taoists flowed for the whole, trusting that a life of light casts shadows far beyond its own horizon, a wisdom sung in their deeds and dust. Science unveils this with gentle wonder. Your actions, when rooted in care, ripple through webs unseen, a truth tracked by studies where kindness sparks cascades, lifting spirits beyond your reach, a legacy affirmed by seekers who map how one seed of good reshapes the world as surely as roots reshape stone. Your light begets light, your shadow fades, a legacy you plant. The sower learns this amid the valley's hush. With each seed of love for the earth, for the future, the slope greens, life stirs, and her gift endures. Yet, when she hoards, the soil hardens, and silence reigns. She grasps then that her craft is a lantern, lighting what she leaves for those who follow. So it is with you. Your deeds are no small drops, but a stream science maps through social grace, where each act of care plants a forest, as experiments affirm how compassion weaves a web that outlives you, a craft as potent as the dawn that wakes the valley. What do you sow? A grove or a grave? As the sun climbs, the sower rests, her seeds aglow in the light. You too can wield this legacy, a light that grows, or a void that shrinks, a law as old as the roots, as new as this breath. The forest rises, her gift a testament to her touch. You are the sower, your life the slope, your axe the seeds. Master this art, and watch your light stretch, a victory not kept, but won by the radiant craft of what you choose to leave behind. Chapter 24. The Eternal Game. Beneath a sky ablaze with cosmic fire, where galaxies swirl in endless dance, a stargazer stands on a cliff's edge, her breath mingling with the wind that carries the hum of creation. No end marks this vastness, yet she feels its pulse, a game played across eons, binding her to its boundless song. She gazes at the Milky Way, a ribbon of light threading through the dark, and senses her place within it. Each star a player, each pulse a move, a game that flows without victor or vanquished. The stargazer knows this truth. Her life does not merely pass. It plays, a note in an eternal symphony. You too, dweller of life's vast stage, join this timeless dance, a game that stretches beyond the horizon of your days. The ancients felt this in their bones. Taoists flowed with the Tao. Stoics aligned with the Logos, trusting that all is one. A cosmic play where every step resonates with the whole, a wisdom sung in their skies and silence. Science unveils this with breathtaking awe. Your being, a weave of energy, hums in a quantum field that binds all things. A truth tracked by seekers who map how particles entangle across distances vast, affirming that you are not a part, but a part, a player in a game as infinite as the stars that burn above. Your dance begets harmony, your discord ripples, a game you join. The stargazer learns this on her cliff. With each breath and rhythm, feeling the wind, trusting the pulse, she aligns. The night sings, and her spirit soars. Yet, when she resists, the harmony frays, and she drifts. She grasps then that her craft is a step, playing with what flows beyond her. So it is with you. Your life is no lone thread, but a note science maps through cosmic grace, where each move echoes in the field, as experiments reveal how energy weaves you to all, a game as potent as the galaxies that spin through time. What do you play? A chord or a clash? As night deepens, the stargazer stands. Her eyes alight with stars. You too can wield this dance, a game that binds, or one that breaks, a law as old as the cosmos, as new as this breath. The sky hums, her place a testament to her play. You are the stargazer, your life the cliff, your steps the game. Master this eternity and watch your dance endure. A victory not ended, but won by the radiant art of what you choose to weave. Chapter 25. Victory Beyond Time. Atop a silent hill, where dawn kisses the earth with golden fire, a pilgrim stands with hands outstretched, her gaze piercing the mist that shrouds the world below. No prize crowns her journey, yet she feels a triumph, a quiet victory that hums through her bones, unbound by the clock's fleeting hands. She has danced with attraction, tuned her vibration, sown her seeds, lit her gratitude, flowed with the tide, each step a win, not for gain, but for being. The hill glows, the mist parts, and the world shines anew. The pilgrim knows this truth. Her victory does not end. It lives, a flame that burns beyond the horizon of time. You too, traveler of life's endless road, claim this timeless crown, a triumph that turns moments into eternity. The ancients crowned this in their hearts, a life of virtue aflow with the Tao, trusting that true victory lies not in what you grasp, but in what you become, a wisdom sung in their steps and stars. Science unveils this with quiet wonder. Your mind, when aligned with purpose, weaves a thread that outlasts flesh, a truth tracked by seekers who map how meaning and connection ripple through time, a legacy affirmed by studies where a life of intent echoes in the cosmos as surely as light echoes through the void. Your being begets forever. Your chase fades, a crown you wear. The pilgrim learns this on her hill. With each step in harmony, dancing, sowing, flowing, her spirit rises, the world aligns, and her light endures. Yet when she chases, the mist thickens, and the victory slips. She grasps then that her craft is a state, winning through what she is, not what she seeks. So it is with you. Your triumph is no fleeting prize, but a fire science maps through neural grace, where each aligned act weaves you into the eternal, as experiments affirm how purpose lifts you beyond the tick of clocks, a craft as potent as the dawn that gilds the hill. What do you win? A moment or forever? As the sun climbs, the pilgrim stands, her victory aglow in the light. You too can wield this timelessness, a crown that endures, or a chase that vanishes, a law as old as the hills, as new as this dawn. The mist lifts, her triumph a testament to her being. You are the pilgrim, your life the hill, your victory the flame. Master this art, and watch your light burn on, a triumph not bound, but won by the radiant craft of what you choose to be. Conclusion. Upon a cliff where twilight kisses the sea, a lighthouse stands alone, its beam slicing through the gathering dark. No sailor hails its keeper, no song praises its glow, yet it shines, a steady pulse guiding ships through unseen waves, a silent vow to light what lies beyond its own stone walls. You have journeyed far, brave soul, from the painter's canvas to the astronomer's stars, through the forge of fire and the river's flow, each step a thread in the tapestry of your victory. The ancients knew this weave, a life aligned with the cosmos, a triumph not in gold but in being. Their wisdom a beacon across time's vast sea. Science joins this quiet song. Your mind, a lighthouse of its own, shapes reality through intent and grace, a truth tracked by seekers who map how purpose and connection ripple through the quantum deep, affirming that your light does not fade, but burns in the fabric of all that is. This game has no end, only players, only play. The lighthouse keeper tends her flame, not for reward, but for the act itself. So too have you danced with attraction, risen from ashes, sown seeds of light, not to claim a prize, but to become the victory, a win that echoes beyond the horizon of days, as timeless as the tide that laps the shore. What now as dusk settles and the sea hums its ancient tune? You are the keeper, your life the cliff, your spirit the beam, each choice a spark, each breath a wave, a game you've mastered not to finish, but to live with radiant heart. The beam sweeps on, its glow a testament to its quiet stand. Step forward, player of the eternal dance. The universe watches not to judge, but to sway with you, a victory won not by reaching an end, but by the boundless art of shining as you always were meant to be.